Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central, I'm your host Jack, and today we're taking a look at modern women having a meltdown over passport bros. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course.
What's it like being a Western woman in Thailand?
Well, for me it was that I started noticing actually the differences between the Asian women and the Western women. And I started to compare both of them, and why would that be that the Western men are going to Thailand to... well, what I decided is that it's the women in Western world, they are so pushing for their rights and the manly woman that they forget to be women anymore.
You need to visit other countries to see it, but women forgot how to be women in the West.
Where are you from?
From Ukraine, Kyiv.
Atlanta, Georgia.
How long have you guys been dating for?
About 2 months.
Americans in Eastern Europe, do you feel like we have a similar culture?
I think it's pretty different. Americans have lost a lot of their cultural values. Eastern Europe, for the most part, has a very family-oriented kind of thing. She's all about family. The wife will cook for the husband. In America, that's not a thing. My brother's wife cooks like 3 times a year. They just order Uber Eats every day. I want borscht. Men need to be real men, which is gone from American culture for the most part. If you're too manly, you're the, what is it?
Toxic masculinity.
Masculinity, yeah. So it's complete opposite.
Masculinity is shamed in the West, but celebrated pretty much everywhere else.
What really disappointed me since I've been living here is the amount of coonery that I've seen in Tokyo. And sorry to say, but it's mainly from black men from America. The way that I have to watch y'all treat me and my fellow black sisters, but treat the Japanese women all delicately like they're special flowers is insane. The amount of times that I've met black men from America who give people the N-word here is crazy. I recently went to a club and this black guy was asking me how my experience is here dating, and I was telling him, and then he was like, well, I'm in heaven here because, you know, they like fetishize us, so they be worshiping us and doing whatever we want, so I'm in heaven. What? None? Or the black men that'll be talking to me, and then when we get done, they're like, I enjoyed the conversation, you're so cool, I love black women, I worship black women, I wish there was more in Tokyo, and then we'll go over to their Japanese girlfriend and then talk about us. When black American men get over here, the coonery be on 10. Y'all need to pipe down because they do not give a about y'all.
If you wanted to be treated like a lady, how about acting like one first?
Nobody wants to date me.
I want to date you. I find you really attractive, and I think that we should go out.
Go away.
Feels pretty accurate. Dating's a circus in the West.
American women didn't want me, so I went to the beach and got a much hotter Latina that does want me and looks way better than all these salty girls that are getting mad at all the good-looking men that are, 35, 37 with money. She is 20 years old, by the way, are leaving behind the masculinity, leaving behind the entitlement, or beautiful, feminine, submissive women.
Western women keep telling men to do better. He literally did.
So what do you suggest the women in the West do if everyone's advice is for men in the West to look elsewhere for a wife? What happens to all the women in the West then?
Well, that one study we referenced that said by 2030 or something, 50% of the women will be without a man. So that's the direction we're heading, because the men that are looking for those traditional values are starting to go overseas, and then the other half of the men are just checking out completely. They don't want to deal with women at all. So this is going to be a big issue that women are going to deal with in the future as their options dwindle.
The numbers don't lie. Men would rather cross oceans or check out completely than deal with Western women.
So a lot of black women DM me and told me to stop talking about black men. They were like, leave our black men alone. They're ours. No one is interested marrying about Filipina. Well, the good news is I'm not here to listen to them, because the good news is a lot of Filipina are interested in marrying black men. That's right.
And apparently a lot of men are interested in dating overseas as well.
Women in other countries like South America, because they're taught at a young age to learn how to cook, that is something that is a part of like the day-to-day routine. So the biggest comparison to over here is that women lack that, and not a lot of women know how to cook here. A lot of women over here are overweight and they don't take care of themselves. They don't work out. They don't really care about their body and any of that. So one of the biggest things is like women over there don't eat out. They don't eat processed food because they know how to cook. They cook. So they're eating home cooked meals, which means they look better. They take care of their bodies better. They care about how they look because, I mean, if you're in shape, then you want to maintain that. If you're already eating out all the time, eating whatever it is, Popeyes, anything over here, then you're just going to keep fueling the fire as you keep going. You're not going to care about going to the gym.
Now, who could have ever thought that knowing how to cook leads to better fitness, habits, discipline, and femininity? I wonder who.
What about you, Andrew? What do you expect on the first date?
When I was dating,
yeah,
probably that the expectation was that a man would pay for the date and chivalry and all of that. What I would expect in modern year is that I wouldn't date. It just sounds like a nightmare. I would just check out completely and grab a passport and passport bro for the rest of my life. I don't think I would ever date another United States woman ever again, honestly.
Where would you ship your passport wife from?
I have no idea. Just anywhere but here.
With how bad things are, either you check out or check in with your luggage at the airport.
Can we have a serious conversation about the LBHs, passport bros, like whatever you want to call them? I just don't understand how the most mid-basic level men can leave America, travel to these other countries, and just pull absolute tens, like the hottest girls that you will ever see. And these men, like men that we wouldn't even look twice at, are just pulling them and convincing them to date them. Like, I truly don't understand it. Can someone please explain to me how this is happening and how these men are able to get away with it? Also, like, how can we stop this? It's out of control, and it's getting to a point where it needs to be stopped.
So she wants a ban on all competition? How bitter, jealous, and threatened can you get?
Hi, good morning. So I woke up with all these videos of women attacking the passport bros. Oh wait, let me just take a sip of the coffee that my passport boyfriend made me. It's good.
Damn!
They attack because they know they can't compete.
This one's for the men who just say they've given up on Western women and are gonna go abroad for a woman. I understand some of your frustrations, but if you're gonna be a passport bro, there are certain downsides. First of all, you have no idea if this woman is using you for a visa or your money. You're not going to be able to have fun banter with her. She might be more feminine, but she might not feel like your best friend. She might feel more like a maid service. Number two, you're definitely going to run into some cultural differences. Is she going to be willing to give up her family, her friends, her career just to come to the States for you? You guys are also going to run into the issue of where to live. Or are you willing to move there? Passport broing is a cop-out for something that can be easily solved.
If it can be easily solved, then solve it. Until you do, we're going with the better option.
They show up to Thailand with their little 50K salary and they feel like gods because the dollar goes so much further here. Pretty Thai women flirt with them because of the elevated status their perceived wealth gets them, and they start feeling the best they've ever felt in their life. Normally, I would love that for them, but unfortunately, it turns them into monsters. Passport bros hate me. They hate all Western women. I was shocked when I moved to Thailand 7 years ago. I joined a bunch of Facebook pages for like expats in Bangkok and Thailand. The men in there were so publicly hateful towards Western women, it was crazy. This is what they would say verbatim. Western women are all fat and ugly and they all want to be treated like Cinderella, but they're all super masculine and they're slobs. Meanwhile, Thai women are submissive and sweet and beautiful and they'll do anything I say, especially in the bedroom. I'm not kidding, men would publicly post that in these Facebook pages with like 100,000 group members, and the comments were all men agreeing with them. Anyway, just talking to those guys for 5 minutes, it was very easy to see why they couldn't get a wife in America. It was because they hate women.
If they really hated women, why fly across the world to find a woman to marry and love? This woman is nothing but bitterness and shaming.
I don't want to be
average to me.
Mojada. Yeah, we stopped at the spot and we got some fish and some chicken. Well, now I'm eating fish and chicken at the same damn time.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back to the West after that. Imagine bragging about being hungover when the ladies around you are getting a honeymoon instead.
I hate to break it to you. I think that we've just got a very, very selfish culture of women. And to any women out there that say I have internalized misogyny or anything like that, that would require that I have a problem with women worldwide. I do not have a problem with women worldwide. I have a problem with Western women. And if you think that I'm just like making this up out of nowhere, reflect on the fact that there are Western men that are flying out east to find wives. Are Eastern men coming out west to find wives? No. Where in the world are men flying out in droves to marry American women? Nobody wants us. Why? We're big, we're selfish. We don't want to hear anything. You can't tell me to eat less. You can't tell me to change my life. You can't tell me it's not about me.
Modern women talk about self-love, but to the rest of the world, it's selfishness. No argument needed, she just dropped the receipts.
Now I realize why American guys come to the Philippines to find a wife. You guys won't even understand. The Filipino girls, I'm not gonna lie, are hot. Besides these women being absolutely beautiful, the loyalty is absolutely crazy. Coming from America, all these women always say, and this is an American thing, happy wife, happy life. In the Philippines, it's happy relationship, happy relationship. When I was in America, honestly, I used to hate when girls always say, you need to make me happy, it's a happy wife, happy life. This has to change because in a relationship, I'm not saying everything's supposed to be 50-50, but at the end of the day, so you're trying to tell me I need to make a woman happy and I need to be miserable to have a happy relationship? That doesn't make sense. Out here, these girls honestly cater to their damn man when it comes to cooking for them, giving them massages, going over and above without asking for anything in return. That's how a relationship should be. And again, you guys can say whatever you want in the comments. There is a reason why that there's a thing called passport bros, and there's a reason why a lot of people are leaving America to go look for wives. It's a reason.
Pretty wild that men have to leave the country to find out relationships are supposed to go both ways.
Online dating, Tinder and Hinge are crazy now. Here's a screenshot of a woman. The guy says to her, hey, there's a pizza place I wanted to try. Would you like to join me Friday night after work? If that's a weird first date. Do you like pizza? I should have asked. She replied, yes, but I usually go to Michelin star restaurants or some place equivalent to that on the first date. Usually the guy likes to impress me and I like being impressed. It makes me feel like he's really interested in me. I appreciate the offer, but I'm looking for something that feels a bit more thoughtful or aligned with what I'm seeking. He dodged a bullet. First date doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, it can be, but it doesn't have to be.
Honestly, she did him a favor. Man dodged a whole cannonball with that one.
The difference between American and Thai women. But first, as you know, I live in Thailand. They'll order you food. They'll cook for you. You got to help out with chores. Thai women, it's an honor for them to do that for you. They look at as a job. Thai women, they ain't freaky as hell. They probably want it more than you. They ain't saying no to you ever. Always got an attitude for no reason. And look at it as strong. Some of the most feminine women you'll ever meet in your life. To the point where you'll check yourself. Like, damn, she feminine as hell. I'm fucking up. Need you to pay $200, $300, $400 for a first date. And you better not expect no buns afterwards. Pimmy, can I take you on a date to McDonald's?
McDonald's?
Yeah, can I take you on a date to McDonald's?
Okay.
Thank you, baby. pH balance be off. It's like playing Russian roulette. Take care of themselves very well. From the foods they put in their mouth, all of that stuff. And the fellas, you guys know what I'm talking about. Being rude, belligerent, garrulous is looked at as strong. Being kind, friendly, nice, and caring is looked at as strong. And treated as strong, too. We'll never say sorry. We'll say sorry to you in a heartbeat.
Feminine, fit, friendly, cooperative, family-oriented, treats you like a king? Sounds like a great deal to me.
Would you go to another country to find a girl because she's better than an American one?
Hell yeah! For sure, yeah! Why not? Brazil, that's where I want to go. Florida female, damn!
So you're a passport bro?
Hell yeah, man.
I mean, why settle for less when you can go global?
Remember, men who can afford women in their own country don't look outside of it. Okay? or they look outside of it to exploit you, remember that. If a man is a loser in his own country, why do you want him? That's my question. If he can't get a woman where he is, there's something wrong. Okay, because America has lots of women. That don't require a plane ticket. Okay? So just understand there's something off. A Western woman is expensive, exactly.
Expensive doesn't always mean luxury or high value, and women who think like this are living proof.
I just spoke with the homies all night long, and our conclusion is America is the worst place in the world to date if you're a man. Think about this. If you make $34,000 a year, you're the top 1% of the world. How are you treated in America? And before guys are like, oh, it's so unfair, these women, blah, 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 they're screwing everything up. Guys, they have it worse. They have it worse than you. They like to date up and across, right? If you're born in the richest country in the world, who are you dating up to? They have no options. You need to thank the Lord every day you were born in America and you're a man, because you leave the country, you're in the top 1%. You just got to leave to find out, bro.
You'd think men who are in the top 1% globally would be treated with a little more respect and appreciation.
This is my problem with passport bros. Y'all go to these third world countries, y'all get these women because, oh, I can just get me a woman over here that she's going to sit down, she's going to shut up, she's going to do
and she's bad as well.
And she's going to be bad, right? But when a woman in America says the same thing, I want you to do this, 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 and that for me, I could be that stay-at-home wife.
You can't go to a
There's a problem. When we say it, it's a problem.
This is a flawed
argument.
Flawed argument. Do you know why? Because of hypergamy. You can't go to a third world country, pick up a man that's going to be a millionaire, good looking, 6 foot, great D, and then come and be your perfect guy. That's highly unlikely. The likelihood is those type of guys are going to be in your country of origin because you come from a first world country. Yeah, it doesn't work the same. This is what men and women are different. Men don't mind dating down. Men don't mind marrying down. You can, as a man, I don't mind marrying a woman that works in McDonald's flipping burgers, bro. As long as she's bad and she's cooperative, it doesn't matter.
So her whole plan is to travel to a third world country to find a 6'4" millionaire that would choose her over a local traditional woman? Good luck with that.
Today I'm going to talk about the difference between dating in Brazil versus dating in the United States. Overall, in the United States, I feel like there's a little bit of a culture of women expect to be like, chaste, and it's really up to the guy to just, constantly go after. But the thing is, I feel like there's a lot of women here. When you meet an attractive woman in the U.S., she kind of acts like a, and she might even like you. But she doesn't want to let you know that she likes you, because she either thinks that that gives up some type of leverage or power or something like that. Basically, what I'm getting at is we play games here, and I don't really like that. You will meet more people and women in Brazil that are way more humble. Okay, the humility factor was a totally different thing. Our society in general, there's a huge entitlement. Like, we're all entitled to so much stuff. It's a big difference there versus here. You don't get that princess mindset in Brazil. They give you their attention. So at dinner, there was a pause, right, for a second, and I'm like, what's up? And she looks at me and she's like, you're so beautiful. And I was like, okay, that's different. And then afterwards we were walking around, and then we see a bench. She's like, sit down for a sec. I was like, all right. She was like, here, turn around. Let me massage your back a little bit. I was like, what the is this? Dude, this is crazy.
Massage, compliments, actual attention, and no games? Man really found dating premium.
Let me get this straight. You have been telling men for years that you don't want them, that you don't need them, that they don't meet your standards, that they don't treat you right, that you can pay for your own hair, you can pay for your own nails, you can afford your own home, you can afford your own car. Men are good for nothing. you're strong, you're independent. But then you get mad when these men go to another country to actually find a woman that has the qualities that they are looking for in a wife. Make it make sense. I also want to talk about why this mindset that so many Western women have is actually extremely problematic. Because not only are you putting down the men who are going overseas with pure intentions, you're also putting down the women from these other countries solely off of the fact that they were not brought up in a Western culture. Because you're calling them uneducated, you're calling them poor, you're calling them weak, you're calling them vulnerable. You're creating a superiority complex where you are at the top and women from all these other countries are at the bottom. Now let me tell you something. If you were really superior, the men would not be leaving, and you would not be single.
That's a mic drop at the end. Shame is all they've got left, and it's not working at all.
Here's a question. Do you think that we have enough women who are ready to be wives for men who are ready to marry?
No.
Okay, so saying that there's some women does not do anything about the demand. If men are ready to marry, if 100,000 men are ready to marry and 50,000 women are ready to be wives, what happens to the 50,000 men who don't get a wife? What are they supposed to do? Good question.
Yeah, so that means that leaves them to settle?
Settle or go to another community and find another wife.
It's common sense. Local is ideal, but global if required.
These women will do everything in their power to not take responsibility. Like, literally will do everything in y'all power to not have to look inward and be like, am I the problem? So this is a new thing going around called passport bros. And what it basically is that men of means and who have status and options are no longer looking for women inside of the United States. They're going outside of the country to find girlfriends, wives, whatever. And there are women who are supremely upset about this and go online and bash them and call them abusers and predators and this, that, and the third. Have you ever wondered why these men are leaving? It's probably because of attitude like that. Instead of asking yourselves, like, why are they choosing to go outside of the country to look for a wife or choosing to go outside of the country to look for a woman? When I'm like right here, you gotta ask, you don't ask yourselves like, am I agreeable? Am I what a man like that, a man of means, status, wealth, power, am I something that he would want? Do I know what that kind of man even wants? How many podcasts, how many times are men gonna tell women that we don't want women who act like men before y'all just accept it and start acting like women?
When women say they want a masculine man, they get applause. When we say we like feminine women, we get shamed. Give me a break. Great vibes, high energy, low drama. Gotta love it.
Have you heard about passport bros? I wouldn't call it a trend, but rather a movement encouraging men to get their passport in order to find the woman of their dreams, their future wife. Men cannot find love in the US because they're battling feminist women who are entitled and treat men poorly. Men are exploring their options because they want a feminine, traditional, authentic woman that values them and their family. You can definitely find a woman in the US to marry that has traditional values and treats you right, but most men will tell you it's not easy.
Men are tired of feeling invisible to most women in the States. That's why so many are traveling overseas, becoming passport bros, and having way better luck. You guys have made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch one of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you might as well watch another one. Till next time.